Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for this video we'll be making a very simple granny square, and when I say simple, it's just a repetition of the second and third row basically. So but it is a very simple pattern because you can use it to make a variety of things, right? You can use it to make tote bags, you can use it to make hats, you can use it to make blankets, shirts, you name it, anything at all. But it can be a bit frustrating when you don't know the basics of how to make this very simple thing right here. When I first started, it was very difficult, but once you get a hang of it, it's just repetition basically. So you can even change the shape to a diamond shape like this. So let us get right into the video. So for this tutorial guys, we are going to need two colors since we'll be mixing colors. I'm actually using lilac and dark purple here, a deep purple, but I don't know why it's showing this colors on the screen, but it's actually lilac and purple, like a deep purple. I'll look for a way to get the right colors on the screen. And also I'll be using 5mm crochet hook and scissors. Yes, I'll be using scissors as well. And also if you have a darning needle, just keep that, you may need it. So let us get right into the video. So the very first thing we're going to do is make a magic circle, and I already have a tutorial on how to make a magic circle. So we just cross the yarn like this and pull it through this loop, then pull out your fingers. Then you're going to chain 2. Right, so you can see this is our magic circle. But if you're not able to make the magic circle, you can chain 4 and then slip stitch into the first chain to make a circle. It's still going to give you the same effect, but the magic circle is just easier to close. So the next thing we're going to do is make 3 double crochets. I'm going to make 3. And this is what it looks like. Then we'll chain 2. Then we'll make another set of 3 double crochets. Then we'll chain 2. We're going to repeat this 2 more times. Yes, because we need 4 corners. So we already have our first corner. This is going to be our second corner. So we'll repeat it 2 more times. So I have repeated that, and I have 4 clusters of double crochet here. That is 3 sets, 4 times of double crochet. So I'm just going to, I've also chained 2 here. I'm just going to pull this end of the yarn, pull it tight to close that middle. And in the very first double crochet that we made, I'm going to make a slip stitch. So you can already see the square forming. And so this is the first corner, the second, the third, and the fourth corner. You can already see the square forming. So the next thing we're going to do is chain 1, and we're going to slip stitch to get to this corner. So slip stitch here, slip stitch here, slip stitch into that very first corner, then chain 1. Then we'll make 3 double crochets in that chain 2 space, in that first corner. So 3 double crochets. Then we'll chain 2. Then we'll do another 3 double crochets in that same corner. Now the next thing we're going to do is chain 1, because we are not going to make a corner this time. We're going to connect the first corner to the second corner. So we're going to chain 1 and the next corner we'll do the same thing, 3 double crochets, chain 2, then 3 double crochets. Now after we've made that corner, we're going to chain 1, then we'll move to the next corner. So just keep doing this till you get to this very last corner here. Now this is what I have made the last corner, and then I'm going to chain 1 to connect it with this very first corner that we made, that is in the first double crochet that we made here. I'm going to put my hook and make a slip stitch. So this is it. You can already see that this is a granny square already. It's already forming the square shape, and this is all it takes to make a standard granny square. But when we want to add more colors, you have to do it differently. That is, instead of slip stitching here with the same color, I'm just going to loosen this. Right, so I'm going to put my hook in that same first double crochet, then I'll move this yarn over to this side, then I'll pick the color I want to switch to, then I'll yarn over with that color and pull it through that first double crochet, then make a slip stitch. Then I'm just going to pull all the yarn tight to make sure nothing is loose. Then I'll chain 1 to secure. So this is what it looks like. We have joined another color to our granny square. So I'm just going to move this, the one we were working with, to the side here and continue working with the new color. So I'm going to slip stitch like we did the previous row, slip stitch till we get to the very first corner. So we chain 1, then make our 3 double crochets in that corner. You can see I'm working over the loose end of the new color just to reduce messy yarn. Then I'll chain 2 because we are at the corner and make 3 more double crochets in that same corner. Then I'm going to chain 1 because we are moving to a regular space. So I'm going to chain 1 because we're moving to a regular space. Then I'll yarn over, make 3 double crochets in that chain 1 stitch below. Right, so I'm going to chain 1 again, then in the corner I'm just going to do the regular 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Then chain 1, then I'm going to do the regular 3 double crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 1, then make the corner. So I'm going to repeat this till I get to the other side here. I have made the last corner here. This is it. So I'm just going to chain 1, and in this chain 1 space below I will make the 3 double crochets. Then I will chain 1, then connect it to this very first corner, the first double crochet that we made there. Yeah, so this is our third row, and this is what it looks like. This is basically how you make a standard, a regular granny square. So if we want to change it back to that previous color we were using, like I said, we will not slip stitch with that same color. Put your hook in the first double crochet, move this to the side, then pick up the one you want to work with, then pull it through that double crochet and make a slip stitch. So just like that. Then you move this previous yarn to the back, then you chain one. So this is what it looks like. Can you see? I don't know why it's showing light blue and turquoise color on the screen. It's actually light purple and dark purple. I don't know why it's looking like this, but the point is what we are working on. So like we always do, slip stitch till you get to the very first corner, chain one, then do the regular thing for the corner, 3 double crochets in the same stitch, chain 2, then another set of 3 double crochets. Then just chain 1 because we're not making a corner anymore. Go into the previous chain 1 space, make 3 double crochets, chain 1, then in the next chain 1 space you make another 3 double crochet. You can see it's increasing now. Previously we had just one set of 3 double crochet that we made below, but now we have 2 sets, right? So we're going to chain 2, and in the next corner we make our 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Then chain 1. So you just repeat this all throughout this project if you're making a regular double crochet anyway. So the first row is just our standard square, our standard corners, chain 2 separating the 3 double crochets, right? We had chain 2 separating the 3 double crochets. Then the next corner we added chain 1 to separate each corner from each other, right? So the next row we have one set of 3 double crochet separating each corner. Then this one we add 2 sets of 3 double crochets separating each corner. Then the next one we're going to have 3 sets of 3 double crochet, that is 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. So it's going to keep increasing like that until you get to however length you want it. For mini projects like bags, like shirts, you may just want this standard length, just 3 rows or 4 rows, depends on what you want to do. But for larger projects like maybe a blanket or a tote bag, you know, something large like that, you may want to increase your granny square. So you're just going to keep adding chain 1 in between every corner, so to get the increase. And this is what it looks like. Let me complete this row and cut off my yarn. So this is what the 4th row looks like. I have joined it with the first corner, and here it is. Notice that you can't really see the seam of the joining. Everything just blends together. That is why we make the slip stitch before moving to the first corner. So remember, you chain 1 for in between the corners, and then you chain 2 for the corners themselves. Now to finish up our work, we're going to chain 1, and then we pull tight and we cut it off. I'm just going to cut the yarn that you see this side. You can pull it, but this side is very snug, so you cut the one that is still attached to the work, right? So for the other color as well, you just cut it. And also you pull tight on this corner to really close up that hole.
Chasing us home real slow. If this ain't heaven, it's damn close. So we ride, yeah, we ride, yeah, we ride. Keep that taste on me. Ooh, coconut and lime, you and me.
And this is our finished work. I really don't know why it's showing this color on the screen, but I'm going to look for a way to get the proper color and show you. But this is what we have. Yeah, I really hope this tutorial was helpful and simple enough for you to follow. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section and I will get back to you. Alright, see you in the next video. Bye.